Welcome back. Hello, my name is Dennis. That's my crime and social my punishment. I took a little bit of a hiatus there because, oh my gosh, the mental bandwidth. And we did a little bit of research. And it does seem that both Ashcan and Zoe, well, actually, Ashcan, not so much. He actually burned all of his assets and resources. So there wasn't really anything on his table by the end of the first scenario. However, Zoe, she had a bunch of things. She already had Flesh Ward and the dog up and running, and she did have a gun. However, that had been expended in the final round of combat, so that gun wasn't in play. That's fine. However, her cross was in play, and so I haven't really been using that. I basically reset the board. So I spent assets and resources to get these guys back, you know, to put these back on the board, even though I think technically they were supposed to remain on the board already because this is an ongoing campaign thing. So that's on me. That's an unfortunate mess up on my behalf. However, long and the short of it is, oh my gosh, was that a really bad scenario. Not badly written, but just a really bad time for both Zoe and Ashcan. They have had a really rough time of things. No permanent damage, fortunately, because as far as I'm aware, their health resets, which is why I thought all the cards reset. But yeah, I'm 99% sure that this gets reset as well. I could be mistaken, but yeah, the Night Gaunt, that was not technically dealt with, but we are now at the start of the third and the final scenario of this campaign. We of course have Ruth Turner, smug lady that she is. We have the Wizard of the Order, we have him there, and I believe they are the only remaining cultists. So, unless I'm mistaken, we basically just clean out our hand. Everything goes back onto the deck here. And rather than remove everything from our board, we're going to keep the damage. I think the damage goes away from Duke. I would hope it goes away from Duke. And we're going to do that, I think. So yeah, I think the damage goes away from the guard dog as well. I could be mistaken. I could be incredibly mistaken. And if I am, no, you know, so be it. I apologize. Still learning. But you know, one hit point away from death. Fortunately, we are going to reset those values, and and it's going to be at 5 for everybody. The clues, of course, completely useless now in this instance, which is very unfortunate because we tried really hard, but you know, just had a very bad time of things with the cultist situation and everything. Oh yeah, no, I completely understand, Cork. I definitely wanted a little bit of ice cream too because I'm melting at the moment, especially with these things on my ears. But yeah, so unless I'm mistaken, and I could very well be doing all of this wrong. We're now going to go over to let's see, part 3, the Devourer Below. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham, you have tracked down and questioned several members of the cult. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Umordoth, a monstrous entity from another realm. You're able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of a ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's events in motion was none other than Lita Chandler herself. You're not sure why this important detail was omitted from Lita's story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final piece of the puzzle was found written in the journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's Dark Master into this world. If the cult is not stopped, Lita warns, there is a possibility that Umradoth's vengeance will consume all in its path. Frightened, but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods. Okay, gather all the cards, put the main path location into place, shovel 6 copies of Arkham Woods, so the ritual site without looking at the chosen counters, check the number of names under cultists who got away in your campaign log. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do then is first thing first, just reshuffle everything. We are going to recall all those cards. Yeah, and I think we just basically drag and drop this stuff. So we had Ruth Turner and the Wizard of the Order. Did I write down Wizard of the Order? Yes, I did. Okay, and there was a locked door. Oh yeah, because those were like treachery cards and everything. So just hit recall there. I will say this, the recall thing is not exactly perfect. There's a bunch of random stuff that gets you know, messed up on the board over time. So when you have multiple scenarios and you're cleaning up from one to the next, it can be a little bit awkward and all, but it's a first world problem. Also, yes, I'm aware of the screen. Give me a moment. Okay. Right, so now that that has been taken care of, what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this, gonna stick it into our main deck, shuffle everything again, and we're going to take this, flip it, shuffle it back into our main deck. Okay, our resources have already been set back to 5, and it is now time to place the final... Oh, and this fucker. Boop. Screw you. Reset everything to 0, and now we are going to place our final scenario, the Devourer, below. Okay. So, main path. Hangman's Brook separates Uptown from the woods south of Arkham. Passing over the small bridge, you follow the main path deeper into the forest. Arkham Woods. Growing up, you were always warned to stay out of the woods at night. Now you know why. So I need to zoom in on these a little bit. Okay, so off to grandmother's house we go. So, let's start things off with our agenda. From interrogating members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of their master's lairs. You have entered the woods outside Arkham to try and stop them. The woods seem unnaturally cold and filled with a deathly silence. The evidence you've gathered has led you to the woods south of Arkham, where you believe a ritual to summon a being called Umradoth is about to take place. Stealing your resolve, you set forth deeper into the woods, hoping to find the site of this ritual. So, we have 4 doom before we go to the next part of the agenda. We need 6 clues, in order to, you know, get to the next part of the act. So, okay. All that being said, let us double check over here real quick. So, without... Put the main path location into play. Shuffle 6 copies of the Arkham Woods. Choose 4 of them at random and put them into play without looking at their revealed sides. Remove the other 2 from the game. Each invest... Okay. So there's actually... Oh. Oh, so there's multiple... Okay, that's interesting. Okay. 4 copies of... Okay. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Makes sense? Let's do it there, actually. Back, let me scooch you down there like that. Okay, and these 2 just go... We just don't bother with those. Those don't happen. Make sense? Okay. Okay. So that's what that's about. Set the ritual site and the Amados cards are out of play for the moment. Yeah. Randomly choose one of the following 4 encounter sets. Agents of Yogg-Sothoth, Agents of Shub... Okay, without looking at the chosen encounter set, shuffle it. Yeah, always shuffle the encounter deck. Next. Remainder of cards. Alright, remove the other 3 encounter sets. Yeah, sure. Check the number of names recorded under cultists who got away. If there are 1 or 2 names, place 1 doom. Okay, sure, cool. Nice. Awesome. Right off the bat. Let's see. Add 1 chaos token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Ugh. I don't want to. Oh, an additional token for the preparation of the scenario has already been done. Good. Okay, cool. And that's already been done. If it's past midnight, each player discards 2 random cards from their starting hand. Fuck me sideways, dude. Buy me a drink first. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to hit 5 to draw 5 cards. And then we're going to discard 2 of them. Nice! Isn't that lovely? Same over here. Gonna hit 5 and then discard 1, discard 2. Nice. Okay, cool. I would have shuffled the forest before placing them, but since I don't know them yet, it's fine. I was thinking that too. That's yeah, but it is what it is. But technically they're still here. Technically we can just you know, actually put them on there. So let's do that. Let's shuffle them, and we're gonna have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay. Everyone's fair. Everyone's happy with that. So, come on, little red cutting hood. Off to Udamorth we go. Nice. Okay. What else does this campaign want to do to me? Fucking hell. If the Ghoul Priest is still alive, encounter deck. Yeah, fortunately he isn't. So, first of all, investigation phase. Yeah, both of our investigators are going to be on the forest path. So, we're going to open up with Dear Zoe, main path. Hangman's Brook separates uptown from the woods south of Arkham. Passing over a small bridge, you follow the main path deeper into the forest. And what do we have here? The main path is connected to each other woods location. Oh, we can just, you know, spend an action to quit. I kind of appreciate that as an option, but that's not something we're going to be doing. So no clues in this location at the moment. So, well, I guess the first thing to do is spend an action. And let's head over here and see what happens. The Tangled Thickets. This location is investigated using strength instead of the intelligence skill. Okay. Okay. An old horse trail from colonial days. This overgrown path hasn't been used in over a decade. Alright. Okay. So that's actually really good for me. Yeah, I only need to beat a 2. I have a strength of 4 to begin with. I need to actually get onto her. I think I can do that, actually. I think that's very... yeah, if this test is successful, draw a card. Screw it. Yeah, alright then. So I'm going to commit an overpower. Wait, hang on. How do... Oh, yeah. I was confused. Why do I have a discarded card already? My short-term memory is atrocious. So, yeah, second action is going to be this investigation. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a 7. So that's a +1. Oh. Unfortunately, we're not doing a damage. So, yeah, +1. We get a clue. Isn't that lovely? Ding. And honestly, I think, yeah, we might as well just go for it. Let's just try again. This time it's just going to be a straight 4. See what happens. 0. That's a success again. So, yeah, both clues are ours. That's a surprisingly nice... Oh, the bonus card. Yes, thank you. I need to draw a card. Thank you very much. Evidence. Nice. That's going to be very, very useful. Okay. So, yeah, that's Zoe's turn. She done good. Now it is time for Ashkan's turn. And let's head north. So, action number 1 is going to be to investigate this area. An old house. This location is investigated using wisdom instead of intelligence. Okay. A house waits at the edge of the trail, covered in vines. Inside the walls and floors are blood-stained and littered with dirt, mud, and discarded bones. Okay. Okay. Wisdom. How are we on wisdom? Oh, I actually am really good on wisdom. So, interesting. Interesting. I think I'm just going to do a straight roll and see what happens, because that's actually really good. This guy is still here. Yeah, so that's, again, that's going to be the second action because we did move. So the second action is going to be to investigate and roll it. So that's a success. We take one of those clues. Okay, and you know what? I'm just going to give it another shot. -1, so 4, -1, that's -3. We were aiming for a 2. We got them. So we got... Nice. Okay. So we're actually doing ridiculously well in regards to clues at the moment. So yeah, we got 4 clues. And we've only... Oh my gosh. Okay. So we only need 3 clues. So I am going to burn one of these and burn another one of those. So yeah, we have one clue remaining. We have actually succeeded in the first round. We have succeeded in taking care of that thing. So yeah, scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stones, and dripped in blood upon the ground. Although you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice that most of them tend to face south. Following these signs leads you by twists and turns towards a cave in the darkest and coldest part of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. So the ritual site needs to be put into play. Okay. So, ritual site is going to be... So, ritual site is now on the board. Give me a second. Yeah, we'll just put it there, even though I'm kind of over here. Okay. Search the collection for each enemy recorded in your campaign log who got away. Okay. I basically need to open this, search this one. So Ruth Turner. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Flip that. He didn't get away, we got him. So, okay. Excellent. Okay, so technically we only have the one. Let's see. Spawn those enemies at the main path. Excellent. Okay, so she's going to be over here. That's not terrible. Now then, into the darkness. The remaining cultists have followed you into the woods to try and stop you, and now they block the path to your objective. They stand ominously beneath the overhanging trees, silent sentinels in the night. You must defeat them, or sneak past if you are to gain access to the site of their ritual. Okay. Okay. So... I never flipped him over, did I? So that was the end of... Technically, that was the end of the investigation phase because we had enough to do that. So, next up, it is going to be the enemy phase. She doesn't seem to go anywhere. So, I guess enemies aren't doing anything. Next up is going to be... I believe the upkeep phase. That's fine. And then the Mythos phase. So the Mythos is going to increase by 1. Again, I don't want to jinx ourselves. This is actually a really good start. So yeah, and now of course we need to do an encounter. So, boop. Umadoth's Wrath. Revelation. It's a wisdom test of 5. For each point you fail, you either choose and discard a card from your hand or take 1 damage and 1 horror. Cool. Okay, well... I'm going to use this card. So that's going to be a 4. That's going to be a 5. That's going to be a 6. 6, that's down to 5. A 5 succeeds. So yeah, I have actually succeeded in that skill check. Beautiful. Very, very good. And let's head over to this particular one here. And Zoe. Zoe. Oh, surprise, a fucking prize. Fucking cultists. Okay. any empty location. So, oh yeah, he's basically going to appear at a random empty location. I'm gonna put him there, honestly. After Acolyte enters play, playing School Doom on it. So yeah, technically the Doom is now up to 3. We could try and take him out. That is something we can try and do. But yeah, we're now into our investigation phase. And this dummy. Whenever investigation at your location successfully attacks a monster, that investigator deals 1 damage. You know what? I'm actually, no offense to the doggo, I'm going to discard the doggo, and for my first action, I'm actually going to put her in play. Second action. Oh. I didn't notice that was in my hand. So, yeah, we're going to take 1 point of damage from that fucking card. Okay, cool. That's nice. I forgot that was in there. So, okay. A card that is not liked. Yeah, I know, right? Freaking son of a... Anyway. So, our first action... Did we even say what... Yeah, our first action was to play... Lisa Chandler. I think the second action is going to be to move over here and be like, hello there. Hello, Ruth. My name's Zoe. Say hello to my machete. So that's going to be a 5 to hit. Technically, 6 to hit with Lisa. So, yeah, it's going to be a straight up a 6 versus a 2. What do you think is going to happen, kids? 6 minus number of monsters. Technically, there are no monsters. They're humanoids. So, yeah, it's a success. So, let's see now. So that's +1 damage. Yeah, so the +1 damage is only for monsters, but yeah, so +1 from the machete. Yeah, that's fine. So 2 points of damage to this lady. She has 4 hit points. So, bubble bubble bub. Okay. So Ruth wants to be a problem. We are problem solvers. And I think that was the third action, unless I'm mistaken. I think that was the third action. So now we're going to head over to Ashcan. So, action number 1 is Ashcan is going to wander on over here and say, what's all this here about? I think it makes sense to yeah, so that's a 4. Yeah, let's just make this as quick as we can. So it's going to be a 4 from Duke versus her 2. That's a success, so it's 2 points of damage. Yeah, so she basically is taken out. So, adios. Basically, what happens is Ashcan Yeah, Zoe basically comes up and starts hacking at her with a knife, and then Ash kind of wanders up, and the dog just basically vroom, rips her throat out. So, yeah, so that's that particular instance. Now we have one more round. One more round. So, yeah. I could have gone for the cultist, but I think we're going to use our move action to head over to the ritual site. The large central chamber of a dark, cold cavern, adorned with arcane markings and dimly lit by candlelight. At the end of the round, if there are fewer than 2 clues per investigator on the site, you add clues until it has 2 clues per investigator on it. Huh? Okay. The sigils on the walls begin to flicker in and out of focus, and the air grows heavy with the smell of death. Nice. Okay. So, yeah. We have succeeded. Whoop. Flip that over. When you enter the cave, the air grows cold, and your nostrils are assaulted by the pungent smell of blood and rot. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter until one enemy is discarded. Let's see. Spawn each discarded enemy at the ritual site. Oof, okay. So, reshuffle that real quick. And let me, let's see real quick. So, what that was basically saying is, let me just reread that. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until one enemy is discarded. Okay. So, I'm just going to start spawning encounters here. That is an enemy. So, he is now over here. Cool. So, it's, ironically enough, it's this bastard who got away from us. So, yeah, it's all coming together. Nice. At the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 doom on this asshole. Okay. Cool. Alright then. That's unfortunate for us, but okay. So yeah. Disrupt the ritual. The site of the cult's ritual is inside a large cavern in a dark corner of the woods. In the center of the chamber is a candle-lit circle marked by rocks and arcane rules. You need to spend 1 clue. You burn an action, you spend a clue, and you have a wisdom test of 3, or a speed test of 3. If you succeed, you place 1 clue on this act. If there are 2 clues per investigator on this act, advance. Okay, so we need 4. We basically need to succeed and add 4 clues. Alright. Okay. We can do that. But anyway, that is the end. I believe that was his last action. So, it is now going to be time. Unfortunately for me, it is now the enemy's turn. So this guy over here is going to take a swing at Ashcan. That's going to be an automatic hit of, boop, 1 damage. And then we're on to the upkeep phase. Oh, actually, what about this guy? Yeah, he doesn't really care one way or the other. So, boop, upkeep phase, boop, upkeep phase. And then, of course, the Mythos phase. Okay. So, here's the thing. 4 Mythos. And again. Okay. That's unfortunate for me. So, whoop. Flip it over. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes. From somewhere deeper in the forest, a score of hideous voices answers the call, inhuman as the baying of hounds, and yet articulate, repeating a singular name. Umodor, Umodor, Umodor. Shuffle the encounter discard pile. I mean, there's nothing there. into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until a monster enemy is discarded, and spawn that enemy in the main path, and then place 1 doom on that enemy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as soon as we get a monster, yep, he's on the main path. Hey Zoe, and we're going to stick a doom on him. Nice. Cool. I'm actually gonna, yeah, so reset that. So at the moment it's at 2, so we need it at a 5. Lordy lord. Yeah, these guys need to go. This needs to go. There are many things happening. Okay. So the drama. Umoroth. The chanting builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. The sparse clouds in the sky coalesce above the Arkham woods, blotting out the faint light of the stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. Oh, cool. Doesn't the great Pooh Bar get his own doom as well? Yeah, I think he does. He does, because that was the end of... This is now the end of the Mythos phase, which means that, yeah, this jammy little bastard, he actually gets a doom as well. Thank you for spotting that. Boop. Oh dear. We're already in pretty hot water. So, we are now in the investigation phase. I think that it would make sense to have Ashcan burn his first action to have Duke attack this dude, and we're going to have +2 to that attack. So that's a 4, that's a 5, that's going to be a 6. That's a -1, so that's a 5 versus a 4. That is going to be a success. It does 2 points of damage, which means, fortunately, this asshole, he goes bye-bye. Let me just check. Oh, he's actually not worth anything, so discard pile. Boop. So the doom went down by 1. So that's a good start. Second action. Maybe some clues would be nice. I think. But it would be a... Oh, it's a difficulty of 3. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to burn this card. We're going to make it a straight 3. And let's see what happens. That's going to be a 2. Unfortunately, I'm going to use Fortune. So that's a +2. So that's a 5 versus... Yeah, so that would succeed. So we do take 1 clue from that round. And for the third action, I think third action... oof. I don't know. Third action, I'm actually going to draw a card. Because Lord knows we need him. Alright then. But yeah, that is going to be Ashcan's turn. Oh yeah, normally we actually have Zoe go first, but that's okay. That's okay. So, next up, it is going to be Zoe's turn. Zoe, there is a ghoul right in front of you, and he is a problem. So, we're going to put him in our threat area. And I think we're going to start off with a machete. So, that's a +2 to attack this guy. 4, 5, 6. Cut 6 to attack him. Yeah. Yes, so 6 to attack. And I'm actually going to draw a card. So that's 7, that's 8. So 8 to attack. That's a 9 to attack. So that's +1 damage, +2 damage, +3 damage. This ghoul is absolutely fucking destroyed instantly. Also, we draw a card thanks to this thing here. Alright then. That's not terrible. That is actually a really respectful start. 1 second, sorry. What did the story progress offer for clues? The story progress? Well, it says that... Yeah. Use an action to burn a clue. Test 3 or more. To place an act. I see. So... do I want to burn actions to move and attack these guys? Or do I actually just want to be investigating? Yeah, I'm actually gonna use my action as Zoe to have a... Yeah, to do this. So it's a difficulty of 3. I have a 4. And I'm gonna burn... I'm actually gonna burn the liquid courage. So it's actually a 5 that we have. Oh shit, what the fuck are you? Okay, so that's a -5. That's a -5. So we had 5, it's a -5. We have lost. Fortunately, there is no old one entity on the board at the moment. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So, okay. I feel bad for wasting that card. But you know what? We're just going to go with a 4. Let's try it one last time. 4 versus 3. That's a success. So we get to place a clue on the act. Boom. Yeah, that's actually really good. So we're a quarter of the way there. So that's her turn. That's his turn. Both of them are expired. It is now going to be the enemy phase. So this guy doesn't move or do anything. This guy... oh wait, no, we got rid of him. Yes, so there are no enemies. Excuse me. Holy moly. That's actually really good. I forgot that we got rid of him. Okay, so the upkeep phase. We're going to boop. And we're going to boop. And then it's the Mythos phase. Okay, so we do add some Doom back to the board. And everybody gets an encounter. So Zoe first. Rotting Remains. A sickening display of gore. What causes you to retch? You're very glad this wasn't you. So I need to take a revelation test. Again, I've got 3. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. That's fine. Yeah, that's a success. So, haha, screw you. Screw you. Success, motherfucker. And... so let's see what we get from here. Another acolyte. Spawn it on any empty location. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna say over here. So again, these guys are really ramping up the doom factor, which is causing me an annoyance. But yeah, that's the end of the Mythos phase. We're now on to the investigation phase. So the question is, are we gonna have... Yeah, no, I think, first of all... spend one clue. Oh, I needed to be spending those clues, so... Yeah, so every single time I'm not making the clue, I'm taking it out of my inventory and putting it on the board. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. That was a foolishness on my part there. So I think so we have to basically spend an action to get the clue and then spend an action to burn the clue. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I think Zoe first of all should let's kill this cultist. Oh no, we're doing Ashcan first. So I see. Ashcan is going to exhaust Duke. So we're doing a investigation of 4. I'm gonna burn this other rabbit's foot, so it's an investigation of 5. That's down to a 4, but it still counts as a success. So that's action number 1. Action number 2 is actually going to be... Yeah. Action number 2, it's going to be a speed test. So we've got 3, we've got 4, 5. So 5, 4, that's okay. So we're going to take one of these and we're going to put them over there. Okay. And I get to draw a card because of that. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to do a straight roll. Yeah, no, yeah, it's just going to be a straight roll. So third one more investigation. Oh, that's a success. That's a 4. That's a... Yeah, so... Okay. Okay, we're 1 clue away from success. Oh, shit. We're 1 away. So... Huh. Now... Zoe, murder or using your brain? Murder or brain? Murder or brain? Murder or brain? Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go investigation. Let's set fire to this card. So that's going to be a 4. Yeah. So let's give it a shot. This is a 4. That's a 3. A 3 succeeds. So we burn. Oh, I actually don't. Okay. Okay, so the thing is, I don't have a clue to burn. Okay, so... Fuck, I didn't remember that. So, yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, even though it's not technically how it's supposed to work. I've burned action number 3, okay? And that was to gift a token. Now the other action was to move over there And now this third action is to see if I can gain one of the clues that you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it all back to front. That's kind of cheating. It is cheating. I am actually cheating. I will go on stream and say I'm cheating, but I'm fucking tired. It was a mistake. So, if I can succeed in getting this clue, then we can succeed. So, how does one get the clue? It's with a 3. Okay. Okay. Technically, that's a failure. So, yeah. So we're still waiting on one clue. That's a failure. So be it. I'm just readjusting reality, but yeah, that's a failure on my part there. So that's the end of the investigation phase. It's now the enemy phase. Nobody is moving together, so it's now up to the upkeep phase. Piff tap off. And after that, it's the Mythos phase. So, oh, just one more. And of course, as part of the Mythos phase, what do we get? We get encounters. Rotting Remains again. Oh, hang on. Did I not? I'm actually going to put that back in the deck. Because I don't know if I shuffled it properly. Anyway, boom. Nope, sorry. Okay, the game wants me to have Rotting Remains, so that's fine. Rotting Remains we will have. So we need to do a fear test. Sure thing. -1. It's a success, regardless. So, fuck you. And now we have this encounter. Guess fucking what? So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. Yep, a dark presence approaches and you are assaulted by invisible pressures that bring you to your knees. A terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul. Your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, each investigator must make a wisdom test of 6. Each investigator who fails must search the collection for a random basic madness weakness and add it to their hand. Okay, cool. First things first. Let's just see what happens. Yep, so that's a madness right there. So let's hit search for no. So the madness cards, I don't think. Yeah, we already have that. Let me just reread that real quick. Yeah, I think we already... So, a random madness card. Search for into number of cards. I don't know if I can do that. I actually don't know if I can do that. I'm not trying to welch on it. I just think there's a bit of a thing there. 0, yes, so also for her madness. So let me see what's on her thing. Dun. Oh, is it actually in the encounter deck? There we go. That would probably make sense. So no, it is not. Yep, well, I think that that might be something card by card, but I cannot find madness cards anywhere, so I don't know. There might be a thing over there. I don't know. So I am just going to pretend that, yeah, I don't know where the madness cards are, genuinely. So, oops, oh dear. Reset that. But anyway, enough of that. The world begins to shift and change as the ritual nears its conclusion. The air grows chilly and the entire forest is covered in a layer of rime. The trees bend unnaturally and their shadows lengthen into weird shapes. When this agenda advances, if the investigators are at Act 1, they are not. If the investigators are at Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn Umadoth there. Okay. Cool. Oh dear. Okay. So this is our big boy here. He is a massive ancient one. Umadoth gets a +4 health per investigator. So that's 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. Okay. Huh. Okay. I have the option to just throw Lita Chantler at this thing. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There are no madness cards, only weaknesses. So, yeah, I'm like, that might be something I have to look up after a fact. I'll have to make a note and ask around on the Discord about all that. But, yeah, so that's a whole thing. That's the thing. So yeah, we have this bad boy here, and technically speaking, we only need one more clue to advance the act. So, okay. Shit. Let's go over to the investigation phase. First of all, I have a chef who hears the voice of God, and let's see. After an enemy becomes engaged with you, exhaust the cross and spend 1 resource. So technically, he's just shown up. I'm gonna say he's engaged with us. And he automatically is going to get 1 damage. Because, oh geez, we need it. That's her reaction done and dusted. +1 first attack, +2 if we have remaining sanity. Okay. Okay, so technically that's a reaction. Yeah, so that wasn't an action there. So action number 1, I'm actually going to be completely insane about this. And I am going to try to get a clue. I'm actually going to try and get a clue, and I am going to set fire to this card. So that's a 5 to my skill check. That's a 4, but that succeeds. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, for God's sake, I'm doing it wrong again. I need to investigate first. Son of a bitch. So, hang on. I'm getting very annoyed at myself here. So I need to first... it's a 3. So it's an investigation of a 3. There's a 2. Do we have anything that's a plus to investigations? I actually don't, but I'll give it a shot. No, so that's a failure. So how about I just focus on going mental and killing this thing? So we're actually going to attack it. That's a +1. Technically a +2. That's going to be 2 points of damage if we succeed. So 4, 5, that's a 6 to hit. And that's an auto fail. So how about one more time? 6 to hit. Come on now. That's a 7. So that was a 7 to hit. Oh my gosh, he has a 5. So yeah, that's going to be regular 1. That's a +2. That's a +3. So that's 3 points of damage. Brings him over to 4. Okay. So yeah, she's going to focus on beating the shit out of this guy. Ashcan can focus on the... Ashcan can focus on the clue gathering, I think. That would probably be safer. So, first of all, let's get a clue. We're aiming for a 3. Good boy is going to give us a 4. That's going to be a 5. Yeah, that's a success. So we have a clue. So that's action number 1. We have a clue. Action number 2, we need to do a test of 3. We have that. That's a 4. That's going to be a 5. 5, -5. Five, -5, +1. Oh my gosh. Oh, +2, actually. So we had a 2. Hang on. 4, 5. So it's only a 2 we were aiming for. Oh, we were aiming for a 3. We were so close. We were so close. But Duke is ready. So what we're going to do for our next turn, the final one, is yeah. Oh wait, no. Duke is actually useless for this. So yeah, we're gonna spend. That's 4. That's a 5. Again, we're aiming for a 5. Final action. Oh, actually, fail a skill test. Draw the card. Well, we can't use that anyway because that's still there. So come on. That's a success. We have just gifted this token to this act. That means that this act is over. You brave the unnatural chill and weave through the arcane symbols, crossing the threshold of the circle. You smother the markings on the ground, covering them with dirt, breaking apart the carefully constructed pattern of smooth rocks. A shrill noise pierces your ears as the air grows suddenly warmer and the world distorts around you, settling into normality. We go to resolution number 1. Resolution number 1. You have managed to defeat the cult, prevent the cult from summoning its master, although you're unsure what would have happened had the cult succeeded. Hang on a second. I think that's okay. Okay, 1 second. In your campaign log record, the ritual to summon Umadoth was broken. You know, I guess he was still partially forming. Each investigator suffers 2 mental trauma. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory value of each card in victory display. Okay. Okay. I know, I seem a little underwhelmed. I'm just trying to make sure. So I actually succeeded with the first resolution, which means that... okay, you've managed to prevent the cult from properly summoning its master. Although you're unsure what would have happened if they succeeded, you relieve that at least for the time being Arkham is safe. You capture as many cultists as you can find, but very few townspeople believe your tale. Perhaps it was all in your head after all. Okay, so that was... the ritual was broken. 2 mental trauma for everybody involved. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Let's see, okay. The investigators win. How many victory points is he worth? You know, I beat a god. No real thing there. Is it? Okay. Huh. So I basically gain 1 XP. Are you... wait, seriously? Hang on. Experience equal to the victory value for each card in the victory display. They earn 5 bonus experience. Okay, so 6. So it's an extra 6 points. Okay. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 XP in total. Okay. I think that's kinda... I think that's a bit of a damp squib there, if I'm honest with you, lads. Out of curiosity, I'm curious what would have happened if I threw... he was sub back to his own plane, yeah. I'm curious what would happen if I'd have thrown Lita at them. It's like, in the face of this horror, you don't believe there's anything you can do to stop it. You have but one hope if you are to survive. You turn on Lita and throw her into the terrible monstrosity, watching in dread as its swirling void-like mass consumes her. She cries out in torment as the life is sucked from her body. Irmadoth, Irmadoth, the cultists chant. Lisa Chandler vanishes without a trace. For a moment, you fear that the creature will now turn on you, but you hear one of the cultists say, Irmadoth is a just god who claims only the guilty and the dead. Go, and you shall be spared. The swirling mass vanishes, and warmth and light returns to the woods. The cultists slink away, leaving you alive. Lita's last moments are forever etched upon your memory. In your campaign log record that investigators sacrificed Lita Chandler. Each investigator suffers 2 physical trauma and 2 mental trauma. Okay. The guilt over sacrificing Lita forever haunts your memory, and each investigator must search their collection for random madness, weakness, and add it to their deck. Okay, yeah, that madness thing, we need to figure that out. Anyway, the end, or is it? At the end of a campaign, the experience, trauma, and weaknesses granted by the final scenario resolution allows the players to feel the full consequences of their actions. The investigators' many decisions and actions, as recorded in their campaign log, form the outline of their story. Players are encouraged to share the results of their story and their investigators' final decks online at Fantasy Flight Games or on social media. Now that you have completed the introductory campaign of Arkham Horror the card game, try playing the campaign again with new investigators or at a higher difficulty level. Fucking higher difficulty level? You can eat my entire fucking ass. I'm pretty sure I cheated a couple of times there, unintentionally, but still. Future expansions of Arkham Horror the card game will introduce new campaigns for the players to embark upon. Typically, a deluxe box expansion forms the foundation for a new campaign, followed by 6 Mythos packs that continue and conclude the campaign. The standard rules dictate that players start each campaign with new decks and 0 experience. However, intrepid players who wish to embrace the chaos may transfer investigators who have completed one campaign into a different campaign by carrying over each investigator's deck, trauma, and experience. I kind of like that idea, actually. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. That was... done. That was the Night of the Zealot. This is from the core box set for Arkham. It's basically the tutorial. It's the tutorial campaign, and I do take a little. I would say the biggest issue is mainly that whole madness thing. That is something that we need to, you know, double check and look into. Madness is a card trait, so I see, like this guy here. So it is a weakness card. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't seem to have any other weakness cards at the moment. I don't know. Maybe I'm, no, that's something to be addressed. But yeah, I would say this: the cultist. That was oppressive as fuck. Oh my gosh. Like in the previous scenario, Midnight Masks, that was rough. But Devourer Below wasn't, you know, I actually really, that went well. That actually went well. So, interesting game. Interesting adventure with, you know, Ashcan and Zoe there. Do like them, and, you know, Lisa, she was actually helping out with a little bit of fighty fight. Even though she's an instigating asshole who caused all of this problem, you know. But I'm glad we still have her around. And will I use this deck for a future campaign? Well, I think now that we've gone through an actual one, I think the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be checking out the Dunwich Legacy. Yes, I think the Dunwich Legacy should be the next campaign that we check out. However, I am going to be spending some XP, and we are going to be maybe if we're not fixing the deck specifically, then I think we're going to be using a different deck to experiment and play around with. But yeah, as an introduction to the game, it's okay, it's good. It's just there was, oh my gosh. So yeah, specifically this this old one token that kept coming up, I'm like, wow, fuck you, man. Like, -5, I will just eat my own ass. How about that? That was, you know, and this is basically like the dice pool. You know, it's like all the negatives and everything. It's just like, and this is the easy mode. I'm like, the balance of that is just ridiculous. That having been said, I succeeded, so clearly, I don't know. The balance and everything I'm kind of curious about. I know that this is supposed to be a tough game and everything, and we did it. We did it. So what am I complaining about? The tutorial is optimized for the characters that come in the core set. Yeah, agreed. Understood there. But yeah, interesting experience. I don't know if I'm going to... I mean, what's the mental limit on what they can have, I guess? For Night of this, I'm curious. That would be another thing, like, what is the limit of a character's mental trauma before they're basically done and dusted? But yeah, that was in S. Oh, hang on a second. Did I select the difficulty for this particular scenario? 1 second. Boop. Yeah, no, it is. So what would happen if it was like, boom, extremely hard, fuck off. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. So, Arkham Horror. Let's see. Reset the players, please. Okay. Everything is now cleaned up. Can recall everything if you'd be so kind. All of that stuff should go in there somewhere. And yeah, we do not have the... I believe that is it. So yeah, give me some time to do a little bit of research and everything. And I think I'm going to be, you know, doing a proper playthrough of the Dunwich Horror. Mainly because I do know that some of the other campaigns, like Innsmouth and so on, they are very specific. Like the mechanics get a little bit noodly. There's a whole thing with like flooding and so on. But everybody says that the Dunwich or Dunwich campaign is the best real introduction to this game and everything. So that is probably something that we'll be doing through the week. Maybe some more Fallout London, although it depends. It honestly depends. I do have a couple of things I want to try and work on, and while I did want to try and play that game while the iron was high and all the hype was on London, 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 it's good, but it's like I have a long list and my numbers aren't great. Nobody is really, you know, I'm not really doing this for the views and the figures, really, at the end of the day. I'm only doing this because I'm trying to be productive and I'm trying to make content that's exciting to me and that I'm enjoying. And I am liking Arkham Horror. I do want to play more of this, and I want more experiences, and I want to learn, and I want to be better. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the dynamic shifts when you're not all by yourself around the game board. Yeah, I would love to be playing this with someone. I would love to be playing this in a group. You know, there's a big barrier to entry. There's a very big barrier to entry, and that having been said, I've been like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't even know this existed properly. So for those curious, I will be posting tutorial videos that I watched over on social media. So, you know, if people are down for experiencing Dunwich, then that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. We'll see what happens in the future. But I do know, like, some of the other, I will actually get back over to the main screen real quick, because I do want to show off some of the fan-made stuff that people have done. Lovecrafter 3077 looks interesting, but there is a particular fan-made campaign which looks a lot of fun, like Bloodborne, City of the Unseen. That sounds like fun. I like that idea. I think that's a cool idea. So, yeah. So, and also, oh, there was another one that looked really good. Like, I've heard very good things about Alice in Wonderland. That's supposed to be good. And Dark Matter. Dark Matter is basically a futuristic sci-fi version. And apparently that particular storyline is really good. I've heard nothing but good things about that. So those are all things I'd like to experience in the future. But I think, yeah, no, I think now that we've done the basics, I want to get into like the Dunwich Legacy or something. Do I want to do Return to the Night of the Zealot? We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for now. Kind of a short stream, honestly. It's like 4 hours. Yeah, I think honestly, it's like, and I'm not being negative, it's like I'm drained because this required a lot of attention and a lot of focus and all that. So I am going to work on some video editing. I've got to work on a couple of other things, and of course I have my own Call of Cthulhu campaign that I need to be setting up for, and I also need to do more research on the Arkham Horror Tabletop RPG, as we were saying previously. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. But anyway, if you've taken the time to watch this in recording and everything, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Just follow me via all the social medias that you can see on the screen and everything down there. And that is where you can best contact me. And until then, I would like you all to be safe, be well, and be good. And see you all again in the future. Adios and good night. Bye bye.